Hey guys, in this video we're going to be covering 5B.3. Our mastery learning objective is being able to construct a two-way frequency table of a real-world situation by interpreting data given in a Venn diagram. Alright, so now what we have is a picture and we have to put it in the table so that we can easily calculate what the probability of a certain event happening. So our Venn diagram shows the number of students who take a foreign language or they play a sport. Construct a two-way frequency table that displays the data. So the biggest thing is being able to set up the table in the correct way. What are the two things that we are comparing? Well, foreign language and a sport. So they are either taking a foreign language. So I'm going to put I'm going to abbreviate here. So they're either taking a foreign language or they're not taking a foreign language. And then, so one full category has to be on one total side of the table. The other thing that we're comparing is a sport. So they're either playing a sport or they're not playing a sport. Alright, on the ends, what's nice is that these are just a total. So this would be the total of each column, and this is going to be the total of each row. And again, remember that that grand total goes in that bottom right corner. So let's go ahead and try to fill some of these out. So when I'm looking at these Venn diagrams, the overlapping part is where it's included in both scenarios. So this number right here, number 23, is the only part that's in yellow. So the only part that's in yellow are the people that play or are in a foreign language class, but they do not play a sport. So trying to figure out where I'm going to put that, the people that are in a foreign language, but they do not play a sport, would go right here, right? Because this is my foreign language and this is my not sport. Then if I look at, let's try to look at the blue. Well, the blue is going to be, try to get another color here so you can see the difference. My 10 are the people that are in blue, meaning they play a sport, but they're not in a foreign language class. So sport is right here, but not in a foreign language class would be this column right here. All right, now lastly, I see two other numbers, which is purple. I see this 14 right here. So 14 is in both those circles, right? It's the green part. So that means those are all the people that are in a sport as well as taking a foreign language class. So yes to the foreign language, yes to sport would be this one right here. Now the last one, kind of not a lot of attention to it, but it still is included because it's this number that's on the outside. That number 3 is not part of any circle on our Venn diagram. So those are the people that are in neither. They are not in a sport and they are not in a foreign language. So that's going to be our last, part of our square there. So now, just so that we can quickly add all these together, remembering that when we add, we are combining our like terms and adding each row. So when I add 14 and 10, that's going to give me my total over here is 24. When I'm adding 23 plus 3, that's going to give me my total over here as 26. If I add 24 and 26, these two right here, I do get a grand total of 50, which hopefully is the same number we get when we calculate our totals. So now what I'm looking at is 14 plus 23. That's going to be 37. And then I'm going to add 10 plus 3. That's going to give me 13. And just to triple check, does 37 plus 13 equal 50? Yes, it does. All right, so now everything's filled out, and I can go ahead and now try to solve some of these probabilities. So the first thing is, what is the probability of someone taking a sport? So just straight sport. Well, straight sport is going to be the total number of sport people, which is going to be 24. So that's going to be 24 out of the total number of people. So total number of sport over our total number of people, which is 50. Always check to see if you can simplify, and 24 over 50 does simplify to be 12 over 25. That is the probability of all the people that play a sport. Next one is, what is the probability of playing a sport and taking a foreign language? So now I have to look wherever they intersect. Where does the number of people of sport and foreign language meet? That's going to be right here at 14. Those are the yeses to both of those events. So this is going to be 14 people are in a sport and take foreign language class, still out of my 50 total people. Simplify always, and that's going to simplify to 7 over 25. All right, looking at letter C. Now I see a given probability, right? Because I see that little bar. So remember, like in our last video, this is going to be, I'm going to hopefully try to write really neat, the probability of the people that play a sport and take a foreign language all over the probability of the people that play a sport. All right, so where does sport meet foreign language? That's at 4. Well, actually, we simplified already, right? 14 over 50. I'm going to go ahead and just use this answer that we simplified right here to be 7 over 25. Again, if you want to use the 14 over 50, you'll get the same answer. You just have to simplify one more time. And then what is the probability of someone playing sport? Well, that was our answer right here. So that was going to be 12 over 25. And again, you see that those denominators are the same. They'll become a 1 when you divide those fractions. So I'm really only going to be dividing that 7 over 12, which cannot be simplified. So that is my final answer. Those are the people that I've already separated from sports and not playing sports. And out of the people that played sports, how many also took a foreign language? Okay, let's look at example number 2. We have another Venn diagram we have to complete. So here we're looking at people that are exercising in different ways. So some people that are jogging and some people that are doing aerobics. So again, you have to keep one total category on one side. So they're either going to be jogging or not. So not jogging. And this is going to be our total. And then our other event is going to be aerobics. So they're either doing aerobics or they're not doing aerobics. And again, this is our total right here. So again, I'm going to try to go ahead and figure these out. So if I'm looking at the people that are jogging and also doing aerobics, so they're doing both. That's where they overlap in that middle. So this is going to be my 8. Then I want to look at the people that are doing aerobics, but they're not jogging. So this is only going to be in that blue part right here. So the people that are only doing aerobics and not jogging are going to be 13. The people that are jogging, but they are not doing aerobics, are going to be 24. And lastly, the people that aren't jogging or doing aerobics is 5. All right, now we just simply add our rows and our columns to get our totals. All right, 8 plus 13 is going to be 21. 24 plus 5 is going to be 29. 8 plus 24 is 32. 13 plus 5 is 18. And no matter which direction I add, the 21 plus 29 or the 32 plus 18, both of them add up to 50, which means that I added everything correctly. All right, so our first probability here is what is the probability of the people not jogging? So this is all the people that are not jogging. Not jogging is right here. So that's going to be 18 non-joggers over our 50 total people. Always simplify if you can. So this simplifies to 9 over 25. That is a 2. All right, the next example here is going to be letter B. And what is the probability of jogging and not doing aerobics? So jogging and not doing aerobics is going to be 24, right? This one right here. So this is going to be 24 people that are jogging and not doing aerobics out of still my 50 total people. I do see that they're both even, so I know I can simplify it at least by 2. And that's going to simplify to 12 over 25. And now this last one, there's not a lot of room for me to write here. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw my little arrow over here because I'm running out of space there. So what is the probability of people doing aerobics given they are not jogging? So again, we see that given. part. So we have to find the probability of not jogging and the probability of people doing our aerobics. So where do our non-joggers meet the people that do aerobics? All over that second event, right? So all over the probability of not jogging. Alright, so what does this simplify to? So where does my non-jogging meet my aerobics? So non-jogging meeting my aerobics would be right here at 13. So that's going to be 13 out of my 50 total people. All divided by our non-jogging people. So non-jogging is going to be 18 out of 50. So this is going to be simplified to 13 over 18. Right, because my denominators become 1, and I only have my numerators to simplify. Alright, so that brings us to the end of 5B.3. Go ahead and work on that activity. Good luck.